Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the 3 R's. My name is Mabel, and we thank you for tuning in today. Have you ever wondered if maybe you're behind? Maybe you want more money, a better career, a relationship. Maybe because you felt pressured, because you look on social media and everybody's doing amazing. The truth of the matter is, a lot of people are chasing lives they don't even want just to feel validated. So today we're going to be talking about success, not the societal version, not the social media version, but your version. What does success look like to you and me? So do not move as we reflect, realign, and rise on success.
Thank you so much for that powerful introduction or talk on success. And something I picked from that is that people are not happy with the lives that they're living.
Yes.
And even some of the goals that they set for themselves, they don't set it because those are their intrinsic definition of success. Success has two ways of being. There's intrinsic and extrinsic. Intrinsic is the happiness that you feel in what you're doing comes from within.
That is not influenced by outside sources.
Right. When maybe you have a work-life balance, maybe when you have a healthy relationship, when you can help people, you have very good ties with your community, and then you have the extrinsic, which is material possessions, growth at your place of work, the positions we have in society. And this is the pinnacle, and this is the thing that makes people to feel that they are not successful, that gets people into competitions, that makes people graduate from Harvard or from whichever Ivy League school having 8-figure salaries.
Because they're not tapping into their purpose. They're more so influenced by how other people think about success.
Right.
They think about success by looking at other people's lives and thinking, maybe I'm behind.
Right. And you see, in your opinion, you feel that they are on top. And then the next minute, you hear that they committed suicide. So it comes back to the question, what is the real definition of success?
Yes.
Is success equal to happiness, or is happiness tied to success?
That's a very good question. That's a very good question really.
Reflect on.
I think that happiness it has different meanings to different people. Success is subjective. For me, it means just being able to be at peace with myself, being able to go to bed at night and actually fall asleep without worrying about how my poor decisions have impacted other people or is impacting me personally.
I would say for me, success is when I realize that I'm in the process of achieving the goals that align with my personal values. It might not be the same for another person. Let's think about going abroad, for example. There's someone who just wants to leave their country and go abroad for greener pasture. And that's success. If they go there and they're cleaners, not that I'm trying to criticize any job. If they're cleaners, if they work in a warehouse, provided their phone number has a certain zip code. That is success for them. And someone goes to that same country and they don't want to stop until they mix with the cream of society, until they work, for example, in corporate America, until they are managers at their job, until they are making 7 figures. Both of those people are succeeding. One just wanted to relocate. That's success for them. Another one wanted to be among the 1% of the 1%, if you know what that means. So success greatly is linked to the alignment of your values.
The purpose.
In connection to your goals. And your purpose in life. Someone just wants to be a wife.
That's all they want
to
in
feel
life.
Successful. Just be a missus. Another one wants to be a super wife, super mom, the CEO of a company, doing all these humanitarian things. And if she's given only opportunity to be a wife, she doesn't feel successful. And this other person, if you take away being a wife from her and give her every other thing,
they'll be miserable.
She becomes very miserable. She's not
and then feels very unsuccessful.
She's not a missus, so equals to not successful.
Right. So basically, your point is that success is different for everybody. Therefore, we should not compare with other people. Don't compare. Don't look at other people's lives and think, why am I not living that life? What life do you want to live? You should ask yourself that. You should want to know what truly makes you happy deep within, not the happiness that is influenced by other people or social media, for example.
That one.
I think that social media, one thing that people are not realizing is that social media is not real life.
It is, it is an external, it's used as a bandwidth or external marker for success. If you don't have this kind of body, if you don't have this kind of man or woman, if you don't belong to this kind of societal group,
and
if
you're not successful,
you don't have this kind of ideal wedding.
How about this? I can tell you,
Number of followers.
there are so many people that have a large number of following. There are so many people that are traveling every day. You look at their life and it's perfection. However, these people are not necessarily happy with themselves or with that life that you are looking from outside and you think, oh my God, I want that life.
Right.
That does not equal success.
Right.
Social media is not a real life.
Do you think the desire to succeed breeds competition, unhealthy competition?
Absolutely.
Because some competition is...
Absolutely. And sometimes even jealousy.
Oh, wow.
Sometimes even jealousy, because you look at people that say they look up to you, but they really envy you.
Oh, wow.
They really are envious of your life. And sometimes it's not about really what you have. It could just be about the peace that you have within you. Oh, wow. Then they don't know how to be at peace with themselves. And they see you happy and they just don't know how you keep it all together. Therefore, it makes them envious of you.
So the strive to achieve success or the lack of success per people's definition can actually breed a phenomenon where people are not happy with themselves.
Absolutely.
Regardless of what they have or where they are, or they are not content with themselves. And does it now mean that we should not have goals? We should not dream of being successful?
I want to be successful.
I don't think I'm a failure, but I want to be more successful.
Absolutely. I think that we all do want to be successful. But I think first you have to define what that means to you.
Like I said, achieving my goals in alignment with my purpose.
Right. And then staying with that, staying with the goals, and not at any point feeling or getting influenced by the external forces.
Is it okay to encourage someone to have bigger goals, dream bigger, or completely change their goals in order to make them more successful? It could be a friend or someone you're acting as a mentor to change their goals or realign their goals. Do this instead so that you're more successful. Well, does it mean that you're trying to make them competitive?
No.
Or you're trying to make them not happy with their lives?
No, because I think that sometimes when you're doing the same thing over and over and over and it's not working, then you can pivot and try a different strategy.
Right.
So I think then that's what you're trying to say, right? When somebody, for example, if you have a coach, they have a structure or a strategy that they have in place to help you go from one step to the other.
Right.
I don't think it's necessarily trying to get anybody to compete with another person. I think it's actually healthy to get a different perspective if you've been doing something and you're not succeeding.
Right. Now, when I think about success, a few things come to my mind. I think about growth and resilience. I think about fulfillment over validation. And I think about personalized alignment, like I mentioned already. How do you stay within these boundaries and not get pushed over to the other one where the extrinsic values or the Facebook values or the social media values are the ones guiding your success or your definition of success?
I think that one thing that definitely helps is having a why. I think something that can help and guide you is having a why. Why do you do the things that you do? Right. If you have a strong why, then chances are that you're not going to stray or you're not going to get influenced by the outside noise.
Right.
You will stick to your goals because you know where you're going. You know why you're doing what you're doing. And the sad thing is most times people don't know why they do the things that they do. People don't know why they want the things that they want.
Everyone else is doing it. Everyone else is getting a BBL.
So I want one.
I want a BBL.
Don't want one.
I do not want one.
No.
So I was looking at, because there are people that are really successful, people my age, people younger than me,
more
people
successful
than we are. I've taken our time to look at people that are more successful than I am or we are, because you can always get better.
Yeah, of course, there's always room for improvement.
There's always room. People younger than me but successful, older than me but successful, my age. And there are certain characteristics that all or most of the successful people have. And There's many, but I summed it up into 4. You have clarity, knowing exactly what you want
and where you're going.
and where you are going. You might end up as a medical doctor, but you started off as a cleaner. And for the time you were cleaning, they were like, oh my God, this person is so smart. Why are they cleaning here? Time happens.
Yeah.
But that person, they had a plan. They knew exactly where they were going to. And then there's consistency.
Keep doing.
I've seen businesses
No matter
grow
what.
because of consistency.
Yes.
I've seen people who were not that smart at school become very great people.
They never gave up.
I've seen people who were not the best orators become very great diplomats because of consistency.
Absolutely.
And you keep on watching the story of many businesses. They kept on failing, but because of consistency, they kept going.
Finally succeeded. And sometimes it's just before that success that people give up.
Exactly. And then you have courage and purpose. Courage is simply the ability to keep going when you fail. I was talking to someone who came to the United States through the regular flight. You had to go through the other countries.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
And they were telling me about the difficulties they faced, the mountains, the names.
Some people actually died on that
I
road,
can't even describe all of it, but she was quite consistent. And today their lives are way
better.
And I salute their courage.
Yeah, that's real courage right there, by the way.
Exactly.
Can't do it.
Exactly. Because the person was telling me, I was like, oh my God, I don't think I can do it.
No.
And I felt like failure in that instant because they did it. Why do I think I can't do it?
Well, that's because we're all not built the same.
But when you put your mind to it, you can do it.
Absolutely.
Story of I know, very close person I know. This person went to school, had to be a medical doctor. You know what's going on well, but she took a step back and she was like, okay, school is failing me. I'm here in the US. What can I do?
Yeah.
And then she tapped into her inner self. But she had one watchword.
Yeah.
Have to be successful.
Ooh.
When we're back in Africa, I had learned how to braid for like weeks. And then she was like, I'm going to start braiding.
Yeah.
Started braiding in her house.
Yeah.
Long. She had a small shop. She has about 8 employees.
Now that's determination.
Yes.
And that's courage.
Yes.
That story right there is very empowering.
She makes a lot of money.
Yeah. It teaches something though. It teaches us that it doesn't matter how many times you fail, you can still get back up.
Right.
It doesn't matter. And I think she also had a plan. She knew her why. She had a why. Probably if you ask her why she's doing what she's doing, she'll give you a why.
I think at this point, she didn't even have a why. This is one of those success stories where you're at the end of the world, but you have promised yourself, I cannot fail in this life.
Yeah.
What can my hands do? What can my brain do? What can my talents get me?
But your story could have ended very differently. In Africa, being a medical doctor is a big deal.
It's a big deal.
And the fact that she could not become a medical doctor, she could have become depressed. She could have really
get married with kids, and marriage is not bad. If that was not the goal of your life, you might have been missing out on something.
Yeah.
I have a colleague friend of mine, good project manager, and the thing that really gives her money is not her paycheck.
Yeah.
An excellent baker. Started doing this about 20 years back when we were still in school. She runs a company. She makes a lot of money.
So more of the story is have
a purpose.
Yeah, into what actually makes you come alive.
Do not,
because you know what they say, if you're doing what you love, you're not working.
Right. And she still has a regular job. I think one of the morals in this story too is that do not get content with the level of success at which you are, because there's always she could say, I have my job, I pay my bills, I have my husband, but no,
there's always room for improvement. However, make sure that whatever you're doing aligns with your purpose, your goals in life.
In a nutshell, success is a really personal, ongoing journey of growth, and satisfaction and resilience is not a final destination. It's purely a material outcome. How rich you are, how many houses you have, how much you have in your bank account, how much you have in stocks. That's not really the definition of success. It is defined, like we said, by aligning your actions with your personal values. And one more thing, it's also defined by celebrating small victories and learning from your failures, and keep on getting better and refining yourself, getting to the best version of yourself. And finally, if you ask me, support. success is having a good community and helping, a good support system and helping others and feeling deeply fulfilled.
Yeah. I think, to finalize, I think that success is really feeling deeply fulfilled within yourself, deeply at peace within yourself, feeling like you are doing something greater than yourself in this life. We thank you so much for watching today, and we will be having a part 2 of success, of what is success to you, and hope to see you next time.
Right. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay
tuned for more.